Oh, this is so bittersweet, guys. It's our last show here from Indianapolis during these NBA Finals, and we so appreciate everyone who's made us feel so welcome throughout this series. Everyone has been so lovely here. It's been great. Let's take a look at today's electric moment brought to you by Hyundai. They were feeling the love last night, UD. Pacers fans supporting their team. Their backs against the wall, and their squad showed up in Game 6.
Yes, sirs. Energy, effort. I just loved it. They came out with a Game 7 mentality with their backs against the wall. Obviously, if they lose this game, they go home. They play like it.
Neither here nor there, but the yes, sirs, the apostrophe is the state of
I'm embarrassed to say I recognized that 2 days ago.
I loved it. Just like I love this dunk from Pascal Siakam with the slam. This is the exclamation mark they needed to say, you know what, we're not going to let go of the rope in the waning minutes here of the second quarter. Perk, you've been calling for more from Miles Turner. It wasn't his night offensively, but he stayed on the floor, particularly for defensive moves, and then he gets something like that.
Yeah, he did. I mean, you know, everybody had their moment. I thought all across the board it was a great game. Rick Carlisle, again, his substitutions, playing guys in moments that, you know, they needed those certain individuals was huge, but they got out and ran last night.
If you're wondering what that's over there on your screen, it's because 8 players scored over 200 points this season, making Indiana the first game to have at least 8 guys do that in a single postseason run.
Amazing.
Here's Tyrese Halliburton.
Right now, for the next 2 days, everybody's going to be talking about how good we looked, how well we played, how much pressure's on OKC. You know, that's going to be the narrative. And we got to do a good job of staying away from that stuff. You know, I think that can be poison.
Interesting dual perspective there from Tyrese. But fellas, check this out. The NBA Finals and conference semifinals, we talked about this earlier. The Nuggets series, there's a lot of similarities here. Both losing game 1 in surprising fashion, except for me who called that game. And then you have game 2, winning that game, losing, winning game 4, winning game 5 for Oklahoma, losing game 6 in a similar fashion. Game 7 was a beatdown after a couple of minutes early on.
That's a big question mark right there, Malika. It's a big one.
It is a big, looming question mark. But when I have question marks, you know what I turn to? I turn to Big Perk's big list.
I still got him mad even though I'm out the league. I'm feeling big. Ken Perkins, tell her walk if she asks for a Birkin.
You will speak when spoken to. Give me some energy.
Bam.
That's it? Bam! 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 Put it up there.
I'm feeling big. Ken Perkins. I'm feeling big. Ken Perkins.
Hello, world. Hey, look, this is a special edition. Malika, this is not just Big Perk's big list.
It's not?
No, it's Big Perk's hierarchy watch. Wendy's watch, UD hierarchy, and Big Perk's list. We're doing it all together.
Can we can speak today?
Yeah, y'all can speak. Y'all can speak. This is open dialogue, man.
Thank
Look,
you.
we're getting this list started early, okay? It's only 3 of them, all right? Big Perk's hierarchy tower. Key to win game 7. Coming in at number 3. Bam! I'm going to start it off. Put it up there. That tickled his fanny. You see the laughing right there? SGA needs to win finals MVP. Meaning that he needs to go out there and show why he's the best player in this series. This is your home court. Paul Pierce used to always say, I'm going to protect my house. I'm going to protect my crib. I don't care if it's Braun. I don't care if it's Kobe. Damn it, you got Tyrese Halliburton coming in. He's injured. You got to go out there and put on the show, especially the unacceptable performance you put on in Game 6. UD, you next, boy. I got to save you. Bam! There we go.
There go my dog.
Speak on it.
TJ McConnell, impose your will. He has imposed his will on both sides of the court, offensively and defensively. He's been a spark plug. When Benedict Mathurin got going early, he was the guy who got the steal and got him an early one. Last night when Obi Toppin got going, he was the one who got a steal and got him an early one. He's been the spark plug for these guys.
It seems like whoever kind of is the others that impose your will, because the adage is what? That role players, they play better where? At home. And so far that has held true. If it can be Oklahoma City who's able to punch back, then boom, we don't know what's going to happen.
All right, here we go. I learned from the best. Put it up there.
Go
hey,
ahead.
I don't know. You took my Perk, to be all honest.
I did.
said, yeah, so, but you know that they have been great at home. In this series, they have won or been ahead in 141 of the 140 minutes at home. Obviously, remember that end of that game 1 when Tyrese hit that shot. They pushed that aside. They have dominated on their home court. You don't get to 68 wins and the finals if you don't take care of your home court. That building is going to be on fire. They've never, I can say this with confidence, they have never seen a game like this in Oklahoma City. None of those folks can say that they've seen a Game 7 in the finals, so they're going to bring it, and I expect the Thunder to feed off of it.
I've got to say, the environment here has been awesome. The environment in Oklahoma City is something just a little bit different. Heading back to OKC for Game 7. Guys, I've walked this canal every morning.
Not that fast.
Stunning. No, not that fast. This will be just the 20th Game 7 in NBA Finals history. It's the first one since 2016. The Pacers, they're trying to do that come back from a 3-2 deficit to win it all thing. If they want to do that, they got some recent history to look towards for inspiration, because the last 3 teams to win a Finals Game 7, they trailed 3-2, starting with the 2010 Lakers, who won the final 2 games in LA win the series after a certain Celtics center.
It's fine.
Perk is knee, right? Perk. Then you go to 2013, Udonis, your Heat. They trailed 3-2. Ray Allen hit one of the most clutch shots in finals history to help win Game 6. And then LeBron went for 37 to lead the Heat to their second straight title in Game 7. And then in 2016, the Cavaliers, of course, trailed 3-1 before winning that epic Game 7. The block by James and Kyrie's clutch jumper. Cleveland's first championship in over 50 years. All against the 73
Can I yes but you?
Warriors team.
Can I yes but you?
Please. I love a yes but.
In the case of the Celtics and the Heat, Games 6 and 7 were both, it was a 2-3-2.
Yeah.
So they got 6. They won 6
Are you now
at
joining the lobbying for changing to the 2-3-2?
No, I'm not joining.
Okay.
I'm just adding context. The Cavs absolutely did it on the road. But 6 and 7, it was a little different coming back from 3-2 when you had 6 and 7 at home.
I'm very curious, UD, the adjustments. Again, knowing that the Indiana Pacers are going to be going on the road here. We know that role players play better at home.
Yes.
What are the adjustments that you're looking to see here in Game 7?
Well, first and foremost, the effort, the energy.
For OKC?
Yes, the effort, the energy for OKC, the way they approach this game, that has to change. They have to match that anticipation, that effort, energy early. And on defense, I mean, you have to get back to who you are identity-wise. Shrinking those elbows, pulling triggers, making the ball spray, closing out, making those guys make bad decisions. Be chaotic, but make sure you stay and contained with your defense and not just moving around and just gambling. Offensively, do what you do, but other guys have to make shots. They're going to put 2 to the ball with Shea.
Right.
When that ball sprays out to guys like Casey Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, Lou Dort, those guys have to make shots just to open it up a little bit for SGA.
Can I get your guys' opinion on something? What about, and I know Mark Dagnall has already changed his starting lineup in Game 1 and then changed it back to the one we saw in the regular season. I'm only asking because would you start Alex Caruso? He started him in the second half of last night's game.
And it went terrible.
And it went bad.
I know, but that starting lineup, I'm just wondering if we're going to see a change or not.
Well, they have got to, look, I understand the return to zero, the return to neutral. And it's hard for me to fault anything with the Thunder because they were 18-2 after losses, and they probably shouldn't change anything. They, in my view, need to play with some more emotion. This is going to be a Game 7. For many of them, this could end up being the most important game they ever play. However, whoever they start,
That gives me goosebumps to think about.
they need to play with that feeling. I did not see that last night that these guys were playing for a trophy, and it's because it's not who they are. It's not the way they've operated for 9 months. I understand that, but this situation is different. So I say whatever they need to start to get the emotion, because the crowd's going to be giving it to them, they need to play and channel through that. That's how you win a Game 7 at home.
I say you keep the same lineup. Turn your damn TVs off. They played like they was listening to what people was
after our show.
They played like they was listening to what people were saying on TV the last 2 games. Halliburton's calf is short. Is he gonna play? Tricky Ricky. Oh, we're gonna make another lineup just in case he don't play. I mean, they play like they played into everything, and for the first time, we saw a little bit of immaturity to OKC. So come out and be who you are, man. Play to your identity, and you'll be fine.
Turn your TV on.
Now you want it on?
No. I said it on. I said it on when the Pacers were playing bad and they were underrated to use it as fuel. Do the same thing if you're the Thunder, right? But look, here's the thing: if it's an adjustment to be made, what was the number that you brought up? You said that Tyrese Halliburton brought it up how many times?
Brought the ball up how many times? 9 times.
9 times.
9 times. Okay, cool. Who was the guy that was the primary ball handler?
Nembhard.
Okay, what I would do is now, since you're trying to hire Tyrese Halliburton, I would actually put Luke Dortz on Nembhard and put the pressure on him because he was aggressive, and now we'll switch somebody else on Halliburton because we know that he's dealing with that calf strain, and then I would just go from there. I just think this Thunder team, again, you're playing at home.
Right.
We on this panel shouldn't have to tell you to play with emotions.
Right.
Yes.
That building is going to give you all the energy that you need. If you can't win a Game 7 at the crib or have the type of fight that you need to have to go into your arena, one of the best home courts in the NBA or in sports, and fight and compete at the highest level, then damn it, I don't know what to tell you.
They have a 314-point swing at home. They are plus 247 at home. They are minus 67 on the road this season. They have an incredible ability to protect their home court. But before we go to break, I mean, they also, you see the love from the fans, right? You see that emotion, that love from Oklahoma City fans.
Oh,
because
wow.
even after they lost,
Wow.
this is what it looked like, 2 a.m. at the airport. The loyalty runs deep. That's past my bedtime.
They was doing that in 2012, but they got even deeper right now in 2025.
It's pretty awesome to
love
see
it.
that kind of support, and it's going to be showing up in Paycom Center. So you have to imagine that this environment is going to be absolutely outrageous. I'm with you, Pert. I'm looking at Chet Holmgren, 13 total points the last 2 games, 4 last night, no free throws. That needs to change.